What's up guys, welcome to Season 2, Episode 2 of the InsaneCarWii series. Yeah, last episode marked the beginning of the second season and it was certainly the weirdest episode yet, so I'm pretty curious to see how this episode will go. As per usual, we're gonna play 16 completely randomized tracks from InsaneCarWii, which has about 4,500 tracks by this point, and then I'm gonna rate all of the tracks and rank them at the end of this video. By the way, as you can see right here, I've actually updated the wheel a little bit. I put a chroma key on it so that now the background is transparent and it seems to work. Just looks a bit cooler that way. And yeah, I guess it's now time to pick our first track for this video, which is going to be Sky High Island. Whoa! We're starting with this insane of a track. In episode 1 we had Jungle Glade and I said that it was gonna be very hard to beat that one, but honestly, Sky High Island comes very close to that. That's crazy. This is basically just like episode 9 from the first season, where our first track that we played was Glacier Mine, which ended up being the best track of the whole season. I'd say Sky High Island comes close to Jungle Glade, but I probably still prefer Jungle Glade ever so slightly. But obviously this track is incredible. This was definitely ahead of its time when it was added to CTGP, I'd say. The visuals here look really beautiful and I just love the gameplay too. There's really nothing to dislike about this one. It's one of the best 2-lap tracks out there. I really like this pipe section. The ramp leading out of it is kind of fun. The way you like go off the side. In general, this track has a lot of really nice ramps, which I always appreciate. There's some good shortcuts here too, like in the off-road right here, or also a shroomless shortcut that I will take as soon as I can. There's Pokemon, by the way. I barely know Pokemon, but it's still pretty cool to have. And yeah, here's the shroomless shortcut that I was talking about. There's some really nice vertex coloring on this track, which is always much appreciated. That's crazy that we're starting with Sky High Island. This is most likely gonna be the best track of this video. It's gonna be very hard to beat. 2 CTGP bangers in like 2 episodes in a row, I guess. By the way, I've always found this beach section really interesting because of how wide it is. And it always kind of looks like you're supposed to go here, but that's actually a secret area. It's pretty funny. I've seen people go in there quite a lot, especially people that have never played this track before. But yeah, there's really no need to say this, but this track is obviously crazy good. Wasn't this on one of the CTGP removal forms? The selection for these forms is so weird at parts. I know it's based on like how much it's picked online, but why would anyone vote to remove this? If they do, I'm never playing CTGP again. Anyway, that's besides the point. This track is obviously going to get 5 stars. There's absolutely no questioning that. This track just has really fun gameplay, amazing visuals, lots of great shortcuts and split pathways, so many great design choices. There's just absolutely nothing to dislike about this one. This is a banger. Alright, so now that we've got probably the best track of this video out of the way, I'd say it's now time to see what our second track will look like. So track number 2 for this video is Mountainside Mario Circuit. Damn, it's another track that I know. We've got our first ever Mario Kart Wii Competition Hub track right here. If anyone doesn't know the Mario Kart Wii Competition Hub, it's a server that was started by me, and basically we just host a bunch of competitions on that server, and there's actually a pretty good amount of people participating usually. And this one was made for EXTR3 and it placed 3rd. It's a very good track for sure. Kozakura made this one. We got so much quality at the start right here. Definitely head start for this episode. Kind of funny because episode 2 of the first season was the weakest episode of the season, and also I guess the weakest episode in total so far. So it'd be kind of funny if episode 2 of season 2 would be like really strong. I guess we'll see how that develops. But still, really cool that we actually got our first ever Mario Kart Wii Competition Hub track here. I'm definitely quite proud of how the Competition Hub has turned out so far. I didn't really expect it to get that big and well known. Like, it's obviously nowhere near like CT Jams or something yet, but like the fact that we got like 5 to 10 people, sometimes even more in each competition, that's pretty good, I'd say. I didn't really talk about this track too much. It definitely looks great visually and drives great as well. Maybe a few shortcuts could be nice, but it's still a very fun and fast-paced track for sure. There's not really much to dislike here. So yeah, this track is also gonna get 5 stars, of course. It's nowhere near as crazy as Sky High Island, but it's just a very, very nice track. Really fun to play, very good visuals. Just an overall really fun and fast-paced layout. I really like this track. Alright, time for the 3rd track, which is going to be Confectionery Cliffs. Okay, so we got a track right here that I don't actually know, unlike the last 2. The name sounds interesting. It sounds like something that would come from like Epic Crossover, but I know it's not one of his tracks because I ranked all of them a while back and, you know, have kept track of them since. Ooh, this looks great too. What the heck? Wow, are we just gonna have an episode full of bangers right here? Like, genuinely, we might have the first ever arcade occasion of 3 5-star tracks in a row. I love this visual style. It reminds me of like Sweet Sweet Canyon from Mario Kart 8 or that Custom Kingdom that ZPL made for Mario Odyssey. Is this by ZPL? I'm not sure. But either way, this just looks awesome. This is an insanely good visual style for sure. And so far, the gameplay is certainly not disappointing. There even seems to be like some donut shortcuts, just like in Sweet Sweet Canyon. I like how we even have like the split pathway colors similar to the Mario Kart 8 version of Sweet Sweet Canyon. Yo, we have like a top and bottom section. Oh yeah, this is by ZPL actually. I think I remember this track. I think that he also made this for Mario Odyssey, but I'm not entirely sure. I might just be completely wrong about this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this is in some way by ZPL. What a start to this video, man. We already have more 5-star tracks than in the entire last episode. This track slaps so much. Let's take the left pathway now to see what's down here. Yeah, we got the cave here. I remember that. That pathway must be like way faster, right? Because it like completely skips that one turn. There's no way it's not faster. This is definitely one of the best looking food-based tracks that I've seen so far. Like this honestly looks better than even Sweet Sweet Canyon from Mario Kart 8. Let's take this pathway again, even though I'm pretty sure it's much slower. I guess there's some shortcut potential here, but I don't know if that really makes up for, you know, the other pathway having that apparent turn skip. Yeah, I'm gonna lose to the CPUs now because I'm getting comboed. 9th place, epic. Anyway, obviously we got another 5-star track right here. 3rd one in a row. That is a first. Both the gameplay and the visuals here completely slap. Everything here is so well done. There's some nice shortcuts, nice split pathways. This is an amazing track, and so far this is easily the best start that we've ever had to any Insane Car Wii episode by far. Alright, let's now check out the 4th track of this video, which is going to be Rainbmeow Road. That's a legendary name. Okay, not too sure what to expect from that 1-second intro cam. The rainbow texture actually looks pretty cool, and I like the pride flags that are like swinging. Wait, I think I might know this track. Isn't this a Turbo Jam track actually? 1 lap track, by the way, so unfortunately it seems like we won't be able to take both pathways. That cannon looked crazy though. Wow. I'm surprised that cannon even worked. Not gonna lie, this track's actually pretty fun. I know it's not really the most serious track, but it's like, it's such a funny concept, and it's actually executed pretty well. I like the way they executed the track design being made out of letters by just making it like a really interesting looking font. I believe we might already be heading towards the end of the track. In that case, this one is extremely short, but I guess we'll have to see. Oh, we're not done yet. We're driving this backwards now. That is insanely cool. I like that a lot. Why is this actually such a banger? Can I quickly ask that? I didn't expect a track this good with that name. Is this actually gonna be the best Insane Car Wii episode yet? I don't know if we're ever gonna have a bad track in this one. I don't know where to go. I guess we're going back in the cannon. Yep. Okay. That's pretty nicely done. I like that. That was actually a really fun track. I'd say this one's actually borderline between 4 and 5 stars. You know what? I'm gonna give this one 5 stars as well. Call me crazy, but this track is awesome. Extremely fun gameplay, solid visuals, so much variety in the track design, such a cool concept. You cannot deny that this is a banger, actually. It may not be the best visually, but that doesn't matter to me as much as the gameplay. And the gameplay here was sick, dude. 4 5-star tracks in a row is insane. I cannot believe that. One more 5-star track and we already have the tied highest number of 5-star tracks ever. And one more after that and we have a new record. And that can still easily happen. We have 12 tracks to go still. That is just crazy. As always, by the way, we're switching character rosters every 4 races. So I'm now gonna be on King Bobbump. And yeah, let's see if our 5th track can keep up to these insane standards so far. So track number 5 is ExciteQuad Arena. If this is similar to Excitebike Arena, then the answer is probably no, because I'm not really a big fan of Excitebike Arena. Did it crash? That's not good. It might be because of the custom character roster though, so I gotta try again. Never mind, it crashed again. I guess we're just gonna skip this one and just do another track instead, I guess. Okay, we're back in the track selection menu. I guess it's now time to find a replacement for our 5th track. So our actual 5th track, that's hopefully not going to crash, is going to be Rainbow Road Revolution R. Okay, what is going on right now. I think I might have some faulty setting enabled. So yeah, I am just confused right now. I'm just gonna disable every setting now that I'm not really sure about. I'll keep the theme because I like the theme too much. I don't want to turn it off, but I will turn off everything else. Maybe I should actually test ExciteQuad Arena again, because the crash might actually not be because of the track. In that case, we'd play both ExciteQuad Arena and Rainbmeow Road Revolution R. Okay, we haven't crashed yet. I guess we'll see if that will stay like that. I hope it will. Okay, we haven't crashed yet still. We're now playing ExciteQuad Arena, so this will be included in the video. But we got some crazy lag. I am not sure if this is caused by the track. You know, judging by how our InsaneCarWii decided to crash randomly a few times, this may actually just be because of InsaneCarWii. Wait, actually, isn't there like a frame skip thingy that we can like reduce the lag with? Yeah, okay, we're now playing on 30 FPS. The lag is now less severe, but it's still there. I guess we'll have to see with the next track if the lag stays. Thankfully, the 30 FPS thing does make this much better. Is this an Iggy track? Because there's like Roy Cooper in the middle of the map. This track's kind of short besides the lag. That kind of makes the issue less bad. Lag is definitely worse with long tracks. And honestly, this design seems kind of fun. So yeah, we're already done with this track, and I'm gonna give this one 3 stars. Yeah, I didn't really get to talk too much about the track, but I think it's fairly fun to drive. Has some pretty tight turns though. Visuals aren't perfect, but I guess they're watchable. It definitely doesn't look bad. So yeah, overall, I'd say this is a pretty middle down the road track, which, you know, is exactly what 3 stars means. Okay, and now let's try Rainbmeow Road Revolution R. If this one also lags, then there's definitely something wrong with my SD card or with my Wii U, which I really hope isn't the case. I'm not ready to have technical problems right now. Okay, so we didn't crash this time. I mean, I know that this track doesn't crash usually, so that was probably just another thing related to the same thing as the previous crashes. I think I might still have 30 FPS enabled. Pretty sure I do. 1 second, let's turn it off. And it doesn't seem to lag, so thankfully it seems like that was just an issue for the previous track. Though to be clear, I don't think the lag made the previous track too bad, so it's fine. Anyway, we're now playing Rainbmeow Road Revolution R, which is obviously the backwards version of Rainbmeow Road Revolution. This track's kind of cool, but yeah, I don't know. I've played this one too many times, I guess. Turret Hack Fan keeps picking this track when playing InsaneCarWii, so it definitely gets old. I'm so confused by that being off-road. I guess normally it's a non-issue because it's right after a boost panel, but you know, when we're playing it backwards, it's actually right before a boost panel, so yeah. In all honesty though, this track is decently fun and looks good visually, so I don't have too many complaints about it. I really like this ramp though, because it like shoots you into another ramp. I think that's a really cool concept. Honestly, I'd like to see that done more often. It's kind of weird, sure, but it's also really cool. I like how some sections seem to represent different Rainbmeow Roads from different Mario Karts. Like, for example, the previous one was based on the GBA version. And right here, we obviously got SNES Rainbmeow Road. So yeah, it's a cool concept. And yeah, I'm gonna give this track 4 stars. Gonna be generous, even though I have probably some negative bias towards it. I think that objectively speaking, it has a fun layout, looks good visually. It's just not my favorite track, definitely. I've played this one too often. But still, it's fairly enjoyable, so I definitely can't give it less than 4. Alright, hopefully this video is gonna normalize a little bit now. Let's check out our 7th track, which is going to be Wooden Variegation. Guess what? This is another track that I know, because this is by Epic Crossover and was obviously featured in my ranking of all the Epic Crossover tracks. This right here, okay, nice intro cam once again. Thank you for that. This track right here is one of Epic Crossover's oldest tracks, and it has a very simplistic layout for sure. There's not really too much going on in this one. The track is obviously quite short. Kind of reminds me of Baby Park, to be honest, in the layout. The visual style is very confusing for sure. I have no idea what these textures are even supposed to be. They honestly look like they were made by AI. This track is confusing, but it's like, it's a short and sweet track, I guess. And yeah, this one is gonna get 2 stars. It's just not really a very exciting track. It's very short, very simplistic. Definitely one of the most simplistic layouts that we've had so far. The visuals aren't that great, to be honest, which is understandable since it's one of Epic Crossover's oldest tracks. So yeah, 2 stars it is. this, but it's definitely not a bad track. So 1 star is no option here. All right, time for our last track before the halfway point, which is going to be Beanstalk Castle. Dude, how many familiar tracks are we gonna get this video? Literally almost every single track in this video so far has been a track that I knew previously. And yeah, this track right here is certainly a banger, as you can already see. The visuals here are really nice, and as far as I remember, this one had very good gameplay too. Really like the theme and the visual style that they went for here. I don't remember who made this track, but whoever made this definitely did a good job with the visuals. Though maybe that cloud thingy is a little bit bright, and actually from the other side it's probably a little bit dark. The visuals seem to be very heavy of vertex colors, maybe a little bit too heavy. Either way, this track is actually really nice. I like it. The track quality in this video is already insane. Like, I know we just had 1 2-star track, but it doesn't matter too much when we already had this many 5 and 4-star tracks. But yeah, this one has a really fun layout too, by the way. I like it so much. Let's see if we can take this shortcut right here too. We took another Shroomless shortcut earlier. Okay, well, maybe I could take it if I didn't, like, trick too early. That's fine, because the respawn's generous. Wait, is all of this trickable? No, I think it's just the edges. That's actually pretty cool. Another banger right here. This is also gonna get 5 stars. This means that we now already have the tied highest number of 5-star tracks out of any episode. And we're only halfway in. Yeah, this track just looks awesome. Has really fun gameplay. This is something that I've already said a lot in this video, but I mean, yeah, we just have an insane track selection here, and this one is just another one to make it even more insane. Really nice shortcuts and strats. Just overall super enjoyable to drive. Deserve 5 stars. Okay, so we're officially now in the second half of this video. I guess let's see if we can keep up this flow of 5-star tracks right here. So track number 9 for this video is going to be SMB1 Aqua Offroad. If I had to guess, this is probably a monkey ball track. Dude, okay, what are these intro cams? Why do we have so many tracks without intro cams? Oh, I know this track actually. I've played this one before. Dude, why am I actually getting so many familiar tracks? That is so funny. This is a pretty interesting track for sure. I like the trickable road. Okay, wow. Okay, never mind. It just screwed me over. Off to a rocky start with this one, but that's fine. This is actually a pretty fun track. I like tracks that just spam this kind of trickable road. It's dumb fun. But obviously, it's not really a very complicated track design. It's just an oval. Same with the visuals. Monkey ball visuals are not usually that exciting. So yeah, this track is probably just kind of there to be like a fun little experience, which is fair enough. There's not really much to complain about here. It's just very simplistic. So yeah, this track is gonna get 3 stars. Honestly, in terms of how fun it is, I could give this 4, but it's obviously just an oval. It's not really a very exciting track design. Neither are the visuals exciting. So yeah, not really sure if 4 stars would make too much sense on this one. It doesn't really seem like the most functional track to race on either, but it's just kind of fun to spam hop tricks, so that's why it gets 3. Pretty cool track. Alright then, track number 10 for this video is going to be POD Pompeii OEM. That is certainly a name of all time. Okay, this actually looks kind of sick. Very interesting visual style. This is probably from some other game. I wonder what POD stands for. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the visual style here is definitely interesting. It seems to be more of a, I don't know, kind of real life looking racetrack. So far, it's okay, I'd say. It's kind of bumpy at parts. That's like kind of a thing, but otherwise, fairly fun so far. It seems a bit small scaled at parts, I gotta say. And I wish it was trickable at parts, because some sections do look like they should be ramps. It's only 2 laps, by the way, so that's interesting. Oh, there's actually cars here. So if you drive fast enough, you can catch up to the cars. This is probably from some racing game, if I had to guess. This looks much like something you'd see in, like, Need for Speed. But I don't think POD would stand for Need for Speed. Okay, wow, that was amazing. Gonna lose 2 CPUs because of that. Bruh, now I can't drift. Literally, when you're shocked and squished, your max speed is so slow that you literally can't drift, which is such a scam. Anyway, we lost to DK, it seems like, and this track's gonna get 3 stars as well. It's a fairly fun layout. It looks pretty nice visually, I'd say. Just has some gameplay issues like the bumpy roads, and maybe it's a little bit underscaled, but overall it's still fun to play for sure. So yeah, another pretty interesting track right here. Alright, I'd say it's time for track number 11, which is going to be Cargo Bay. Okay, I'm not even surprised anymore. This is another banger and another track that I know. And yeah, I think we can say for sure that we're setting a new record for the most 5-star tracks ever. I've played this track before and it's amazing. Once again, I don't remember who made this though. Definitely has a very distinct visual style. Like actually, I don't think any other track really looks like this one. If I remember correctly, this track actually has like a pretty complicated layout. Let's just see if that's gonna be an issue or not. So far, I'd say this is fine. I don't really have a problem with this yet. I really like the concept here that you're driving the track forwards and backwards. It's similar to the Rainbow Road track that we played earlier. It's a really fun concept. I like it. And it's definitely super well executed on this one. That's for sure. This video is just crazy, dude. Last video was just a massive shitpost, but this one is like honestly filled with so much quality and also a little bit of shitpost, but still crazy track selection. By the way, yeah, I've just decided to stay on Wario for the rest of this video because the custom characters in this version seem to be unstable. I forgot to mention that earlier. When I tried Rainbow Road Revolution for the first time, I was also using custom characters. So I think it's probably for the best for now to leave them turned off. I'll use them again as soon as a new version of InsaneCarWii drops, which I believe is planned to be very soon. But yeah, another banger right here. This one is gonna get 5 stars, of course. So yeah, we officially now have a new record for the highest number of 5-star tracks at 6. And we can still expand on this record. That's the craziest part. Yeah, this track just looks really great visually and the gameplay shines so much here. There's just so many great shortcuts and ramps and design choices. And obviously the entire concept of driving the track forwards and backwards is just awesome. It's way less confusing than I initially expected. Some sections are slightly confusing still, but it's not much of an issue at all. This is just an incredible track once again. This episode is about to put season 1 episode 7 to shame. Okay then, the 12th track is going to be Paper Space. For once, we actually have a track that I don't know. Ooh, this looks cool. It seems to be definitely based off Paper Mario. I believe I've seen like the Bowser Castle thingy, whatever it's called, in the background. So that's nice. Ooh, there's like even a Paper Mario crowd right here behind those like wall thingies. This track's definitely looking very nice so far, that's for sure. I'm really liking this visual style. It's executed very well. The half pipes going around the off-road is a pretty interesting thing. That's not done very often. Dude, we just have another banger right here. That's crazy. How is this even possible? If you think this video is rigged or something, I think so too by this point. Oh, we cannot go up the half pipe. We're too slow. That's not really the track's fault though. Half pipes just kind of work like that. I like the toads here. They don't seem to have collision. Do these have collision? Yes, they do. That's great. This is just crazy. I've said this too many times, but it is just truly crazy. This is completely unprecedented from any other InsaneCarWii episode so far. Like, episode 7 from the first season was already crazy, but that one only had 4 5-star tracks. This one now has at least 7. We're not only setting a new record for the most 5-star tracks, we're crushing the previous record. I would be shocked if this is not the best episode from this season. Such a fun track. I really like the track design here. Some sections are slightly janky, but that's fine. Some jank is okay. And obviously the visuals here look awesome. And all the custom objects are so well done. The finish line checkpoint is very misplaced though. Like, whoever made the checkpoints here probably rushed it very hard. That's fine though. And this track is definitely getting 5 stars as well. Literally over half of all tracks in this video so far have been 5 stars. This track looks incredible. It plays very well. I really like many of the design choices here. Even though it has a little bit of jank, I think this track is just awesome and definitely deserves these 5 stars, just like the other 6 tracks that have gotten them. I guess it's time to dive into the last 4 tracks and see if we are gonna have any more 5-star tracks. Alright, so it's time for track number 13, which is going to be Fall Flash 1. Okay, so it is another track that I don't know. Guess we'll see if it's gonna be another positive surprise right here. Okay, we might actually. This is looking good so far. This is a pretty cool visual style. I guess let's check out the gameplay. Minimap definitely looks quite simplistic. This might be a really short track. Yeah, it definitely is. Still though, this looks pretty good visually. So, dude, how many people got hit by that bomb? What the heck? That's gotta be the deadliest bomb that I've ever seen in Mario Kart Wii. That thing hit like 9 CPUs probably. That's insane. And yeah, this track is really short, but it's pretty fun to play, I'd say. I don't necessarily have an issue with this track design. This first turn is a little bit jank, but that's okay. It's not the most jank thing ever. And yeah, overall, a nice, short and sweet track. This one I'm gonna give 3 stars. I would have given it 4 stars if it was longer. Like, just making it 5 laps would have probably probably been enough to make this 4 stars. It's just too short. But overall, it's pretty fun to drive. Looks good visually. Besides the first turn, it's pretty functional. The first turn is a bit jank, but that's fine. But yeah, just the length. It's definitely too short to get more than 3 stars. There needs to be at least some length. This is shorter than SNES Ghost Valley 2, but still, very nice track. Once again, only 3 more tracks to go, so our third to last track for this video is going to be Random Rainbows. This looks pretty interesting so far. Not really too sure what to expect from this one. Is this like a paint track? I don't think it is, because there's like fences that look not as paint. The layout though looks pretty paint, not gonna lie. Visually, it seems to be quite simplistic, but I like the skybox actually. The skybox pretty cool. But these truly do seem to be random rainbows. Not really sure why they're on the ground like this. Actually has a pretty fun track design and is scaled pretty nicely. So yeah, actually enjoying this so far. Although obviously there isn't really that much going on here. There isn't any ramps or objects or anything. It's just a pretty basic track. This is pretty much what we played for the most part in the previous episode. Not really sure what else to say about this track. There's like not really much to talk about with this one. It's actually a fairly normal track, I'd say, which, you know, I appreciate. I need a break from all the crazy stuff happening in this video. And yeah, this track is going to get 3 stars as well. It's just a pretty nice, simple layout. The visuals look not bad, but just kind of simplistic. So yeah, I'd say it's like pretty middle down the road once again, which definitely means that 3 stars is the right rating for this. Okay, so maybe the 5-star track's reign has stopped now. Let's see what these last 2 tracks will look like. So our second to last track is CTR Tiny Arena. Okay, CTR tracks are always interesting. Let's see if this one's gonna be interesting too. Okay, well this already looks great. Once again, this visual style actually kind of reminds me a lot of like N64 Wario Stadium, if it was like remade in a modern Mario Kart game. Though the name seems to be clickbait, because this arena does not really look tiny. This seems to be much bigger than, for example, Luigi's Small Stadium. But so far, I'd say this is off to a good start, track design wise. I always like tracks with a lot of tricks. Though if the entire track is just tricks, that would be a little bit repetitive. Though there's also some other stuff going on here, like off-road and half-pipes. So it's not that repetitive yet. This layout is so similar to N64 Wario Stadium. This has got to be based on that one. There's no way that they just came up with this completely on their own. You know, this is like actually a video game track. This is from Crash Team Racing. So it'd be pretty interesting if they actually, I don't want to say stole, but like kind of stole the layout from N64 Wario Stadium. And like also the general idea, because this is very similar in so many aspects. But overall, it's a very nice and fun track for sure. It is kind of repetitive with like many sections feeling a bit similar. So yeah, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's just kind of something to point out, I guess. Seems to be a bit on the longer side as well, so it's definitely good that it's 2 laps. I'd say the track definitely gets better the further you progress into the lap, because like each section kind of adds something new, I'd say. There's like the fire bars here, and then we're also getting some more interesting visuals, like the bridge here, and of course all the off-road patches. Yeah, the ending is actually pretty fun. I like it. This track I'd say is a borderline between 4 and 5 stars, though I'm gonna give it 4 stars, just because I feel like the gameplay at some sections is a bit repetitive. Though most of the track is still very fun, of course, and visually looks great, obviously. Yeah, I just say the trickable bump thing is a little bit overdone on this one, but still, it's very fun to play, and yeah, definitely a 4-star track, I'd say. Alright, so it's now time for the last track of this absolutely incredible episode. So the track to finish it off is going to be Alpine Peak. It just had to happen. We got another track from CTGP that's undoubtedly gonna get 5 stars. So yeah, 8 5-star tracks, half of all tracks in this video. Yeah, this track is obviously just really nice. I really like everything about this one, the gameplay especially. Though this track definitely has a little bit of a length problem for sure. This one is quite long. It should be 2 laps, but otherwise no issues with this one. This track has some very nice shortcuts too. And there's also a cool low trick, which I'm gonna attempt right now. It's like up this mountain. Yep, that's how you do it. Yeah, this episode definitely put Season 1 Episode 7 to shame. That one was so incredible, but this one definitely beats it. We didn't even have a 1-star track in this one, and we only had like 1 2-star track, I think. Let's see if we can do this shroomless. Okay, maybe I can if I'm not bad at the game. That could help. Yeah, I'd say the visuals are mostly good too. Maybe it could have a little bit more contrast though. Looks a little washed out. But yeah, as you can tell, we're already almost 3 minutes in and just entering the 3rd lap. So this one definitely needs to be 2 laps. That's no question. Okay, we have a Mega TC now, so okay, never mind. We don't have a Mega TC. Thank you, DK. Wait, since when is that sticky road? Did they update this track? There's also like a really weird shortcut pathway at the end, which I'm not even sure if it's worth it. Don't take that one, it's so slow. But yeah, we finished the last track of this video, and this one of course is gonna get 5 stars as well. So yeah, we're ending it off with half of our tracks being 5 stars, which is just crazy. We didn't only smash the previous record of 5 5-star tracks, we completely destroyed it. This track just is really fun to drive, looks great visually, and has many great design choices, great shortcuts. Everything about this is great. I don't have any complaints. Besides it being 3 laps, it definitely needs to be 2, but that's definitely not enough to prevent this from getting 5 stars. Alright, so now that we've played every track from this episode, it's now time to rank all of them from worst to best. So we had no 1-star track in this episode, but we had 1 2-star track. So at number 16, we have Wooden Variegation. Up next, 5 tracks received a 3-star rating. So at number 15, we have Fall Flash 1. At number 14, we have POD Pompeii OEM. At number 13, we have Random Rainbows. At number 12, we have SMB1 Aqua Offroad. And at number 11, we have ExciteQuad Arena. Up next, only 2 tracks received a 4-star rating, which is actually the lowest number of 4-star tracks out of any episode so far. So at number 10, we have Rainbow Road Revolution R. And at number 9, we have CTR Tiny Arena. And then, of course, an insane 8 tracks received 5 stars. So let's just go through all of them. At number 8, we have Rainbmeow Road. At number 7, we have Mountainside Mario Circuit. At number 6, we have Paper Space. At number 5, we have Alpine Peak. At number 4, we have Confectionery Cliffs. At number 3, we have Beanstalk Castle. At number 2, we have Cargo Bay. And at number 1, for the best track of this insane video, we have Sky High Island. This episode was absolutely unmatched. I would be surprised if there's gonna be any episode coming close to this one anytime soon. 8 5-star tracks is just crazy, and the fact that most of these were like high 5-star tracks too is just insane. Sky High Island was obviously an incredible first place, but Cargo Bay, Beanstalk Castle, Confectionery Cliffs, and Alpine Peak would have probably won most other episodes. What an incredible track selection. I actually calculated the average for this episode already. It only barely beat episode 7 from the first season, which I guess is probably just because there was a large number of 3-star tracks and a 2-star track, which episode 7 didn't have. But still, this episode was crazy good, and it is in fact the best InsaneCarWii episode yet, which means that season 1 episode 7 was officially clickbait. Sorry guys. But yeah, I'd say that wraps up this video. If you guys enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and a sub, and yeah, hope you guys are having a very much wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video, and as always, enjoy Wario on drugs.